Hi everyone, today we'll look into the background about what a software defined radio is. Software defined radio is a design paradigm for wireless communication. It is a radio that can accommodate a significant range of RF bands and air interface modes through software. In early 90s, Joseph Mottola coined all this working and defined the term SDR. Therefore, he is considered to be the father of SDR. In late 90s, he himself reconfigured it with intelligent algorithm and termed it as cognitive radio. There are three stages in the evolution of SDR. First, the hardware-driven radios. Here, the modulation type, RF parameters, transmit frequencies, everything is determined by hardware. There is no possibility of reconfigurability. Everything is decided at the time of design. Next comes the digital radios. Here, a part of signal processing or transmission is performed digitally, but it is not allowed to be programmable in the field. Next is software defined radios. Here, all the functions, modes, and applications, everything can be configured and reconfigured using software. SDR platform serves as a basis upon which a cognitive radio can be built. Have a look on this slide, which shows how software radio is different from other radios. Here comes the evolution of SDR with its timeline. The radios shown here are the early evolutionary steps that leads to today's SDR. GNU Radio is an open source project for SDR development kit. Its features include mixed programming languages, high performances, fixed changeable blocks, reconfigurable graphic user interface, and variety of sync and block modules. This slide clearly shows how telecommunication industries are migrating towards SDR technology. Next comes the architecture of SDR. The basic SDR includes the RF front-end, modem, cryptographic security function, and application function. In addition, some radios also include support for network devices connected to it by allowing it to provide network services and be remotely controlled over the local Ethernet. Some radios will also provide control of external radio frequency analog functions like antenna management, coaxial switches, power amplifiers, or special purpose filters. Further, we can also observe that in an SDR transmitter, baseband signals are transformed into sample channel waveforms through channel modem functions implemented in software. This drives high performance ADCs and DACs. These signals may be pre-emphasized or non-linearly pre-coded by IF processing through software. At last, the signal processors help in implementing all the programmable operations. The technology fundamentals of SDR states that SDR is a radio in which the properties of carrier frequency, signal bandwidth, modulation, and network access are defined through software. Further, it is a multi-slice radio with all the slices in radio being selectable through software. From this, we confine the properties of SDR to be easily upgradable. That is, it responds to changes in the operating environment and allows to update. Next, it is reconfigurable. That is, it has the flexibility to change, restructure, or remodel. Next, it has a lower maintenance cost. At this juncture, it is important to note that SDR is a product of technological natural selection. It is an obvious and available technological next step. SDR is a proven, flexible COTS technology platform. COTS is nothing but commercial off the shelf, which describes hardware and software products that are ready-made for sale to the public. Further, we also know that cognitive radio is a refined form of SDR. The benefits of SDR includes the ease of design, where it reduces design cycle time and promotes quicker iterations. Next is the ease of manufacture, where the digital hardware reduces the costs associated with manufacturing and testing of radios. Reduced obsolescence is achieved with the help of multi-mode operation. Here, the software radio can change modes by loading appropriate software into the memory. Global mobility is achieved by allowing different standards to coexist in it. Next is fewer discrete components, which brings analog and digital world together by digital process, which can implement functions such as synchronization, demodulation, error correction, decryption, etc. Further, it enhances or facilitates experimentation by allowing implementation of new receiver circuits and advanced signal processing techniques. Next is the ease of upgrades. It has the flexibility to incorporate additional functionality. The other benefits of SDR includes compactness and power efficiency. Next comes the applications of SDR. First is military application. Here it enables and improves efficiency of joint operations and interoperability. Further, it implements new features and systems without the need to procure any new equipment. It also reduces the number of radios and provides flexible services. Next is commercial applications, which include next generation multimedia satellites, implementation of 4G terminals, and reconfigurable multi-standard terminal for heterogeneous networks, which involves development and introduction of new kind of features and applications to the users. We know that the standardized software interfaces enable software portability to multiple hardware architectures. Further, the standard architecture of SDR supports both current and future applications. At last, the challenges of SDR includes complexity in software, development costs, time, limited range of frequency for some applications, and high power consumption. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, kindly subscribe it and share it with your friends. Don't forget to click that like button because that will motivate me to post more videos. Thank you once again.